Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a pretty chill Thursday evening. How's everybody doing out there? I'm doing pretty good myself. It was actually a really, Okay, so the other night I mentioned that I've been dealing with the stomach issue. I drank way too much coffee that day and had like crazy jitters and all that other stuff. Well, the situation devolved that night. After I ended the stream, I tried to unwind for the night, do my usual routine, take my sleep aids, and then pass out at some point in time. Only that last part did not happen, and on Tuesday night, I just could not fall asleep at all. And it's not that I sleep a lot anyways. I usually end up getting around 5 hours of sleep a night, maybe 4 or 5. But I just literally sat there in bed and slowly watched the sun fill my room with light over the course of who knows how many hours. I think I actually ended up getting about an hour and a half of sleep. Like at some point I actually did pass out, and then my alarm woke me up. Because missing work was not an option. It rarely ever is. So I had to drag myself out of bed on an hour and a half of sleep. And I thought for certain that I was going to be tired that day. I was like, oh man, I'm just going to be so wiped, I'm not going to be able to get anything done. But the opposite was true. Like, after about an hour, I was pretty much in full energy mode. And I just went about my day as normal. I mean, I still had... Whenever I don't get good sleep, I end up with like a little bit of lingering anxiety that just kind of hangs out with me for the day, and I had that on Wednesday. But I was determined to not let this situation carry on for the rest of the week. So last night I nuked myself hard. I drank a big tall shot of ZzzQuil and chased it with a 10 milligram melatonin. And I gotta tell you, that did the trick. I went to bed way earlier than I usually do too. Usually I'm not in bed until like 4 in the morning or something, but last night I went to bed somewhere around 1:30, and it did the trick. It did the trick solid. I got excellent sleep, and I woke up feeling great. And it served me well today, actually. It's very rare, even when I'm sleeping normally, it's very rare that, getting good sleep juices me up for the day. But, that ZzzQuil did the trick last night. I probably, just to be safe, will probably rely on that again tonight. I don't want to slip back into insomnia. My stomach's feeling normal too. I think it must have been that coffee. I'm getting this coffee from my Imperfect Produce shipments. I guess they call themselves something different now. I forget, but they have their own coffee brand that they started packing in the box. And once I got it, like sometimes when it's time to shop with them, I lose track of it. They'll send you an email, and what happens is they'll automatically fill out your cart with just shit that they want to get rid of, basically. And you could go in and edit it like, oh, I want that, but I don't want that. Then you could look on their list of produce or other groceries that you want and add it to your cart. And they give you a deadline. Once they send you that email, they give you a deadline for you to edit your cart by. And whatever your cart looks like by the end of that deadline, they'll just ship those goods to you. And for the most part, I'm pretty good about editing my cart and whatnot before they send it. But sometimes I just forget, and then I end up getting a giant box of nonsense, which is always annoying because it's always also super expensive. But the last time, my last box of nonsense actually had their brand of coffee in it. And at that point, I hadn't drank coffee in probably close to 2 years. Which is strange for me because I used to drink it fairly often. It was the first thing I would drink in the morning when I was sitting in my morning meetings at work. But I decided, you know what? Since I have this coffee here, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna buy a coffee maker, and I'm gonna start making myself coffee in the morning again. So I bought one, and you know, I checked it, I tried it out, and it's good coffee. It's actually really good. Um, but I had forgotten. It's been so long since I drank coffee. I've forgotten what over caffeinating myself does to me. Oh shit! Noctini has redeemed channel points to turn the lights blue. It looks like it works. Looks like it works like a charm. Oh wait, what? What's going on now? That strip right there, you can't see it. That strip right there is blue. There's like a little piece that's blue, and then everything else is like a pink color. It's kind of weird. I wonder what's going on there. Whoa, what's up, Nocti? Thank you for redeeming those points. I also have, actually, let me see. I think I have, I just added it. I just added it like right before I started the stream. I have, check on the ladies. Check on the ladies with the cat cam. Can you tap that one for me? See if that one, see if that actually works. Figured I'd test it for you. I appreciate it. I need the testers. What's going on here? That one doesn't work. Well, now I have some troubleshooting to do. Because I definitely want that one to work. It should work. Okay. It works on my touch portal. Maybe something is inconfigured. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay. Now that one should work. I think that one should work now. I didn't have it configured properly. Wait, whoa, what's going on with my bitrate? What is happening here? I'm not getting choppy, am I? No? But I definitely need... I'm gonna see if I could, if I can put a timer. I need to put a timer on, I thought that I had... Oh, shut up. I thought that I had... Oh wait, I need to be in Lumia stream for this one. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. I'm still new to these. These programs that are being used to connect my point rewards to my lights and camera and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out. I wonder. Okay. Hey, yo, Arachnid Soul, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Hope your night's treating you well. Just out of curiosity, Arachnid Soul, how many channel points do you have here? I'm kind of curious now. I don't know anything about how to like the amount of channel points that things cost that I set up is completely and totally arbitrary. So I don't know if it costs too many channel points or too few. I have 28.4k channel points. Okay. Cool, that's a decent enough amount. Can you do me a favor? Can you use some channel points to use the check on the ladies with the cat cam? Can you just use those channel points and see if this actually is set up properly now? Awesome. Well, they're not there. They ran away. They were just sleeping back there. But yeah, I guess that's only going to be useful if they're actually around. Cool. And it should It's not gonna stay up there. It should disappear in a little while. It's just to check in on them, just to give a little peek. Alright, well, there you go. I have my channel rewards set up. Not all of them. I've still got some stuff I'm going to implement. But, by all means, feel free to agitate me with changing lights and checking in on the ladies and all that sort of stuff. Cool, I feel good about that. It's almost like I'm growing up a little. I'm almost like a real boy. I'm a real streamer boy. I'm becoming less and less Pinocchio and more of an actual Twitch streamer. Which is fascinating. Fascinating experience. All of the tech that you need to set this sort of stuff up is relatively easy now, which I feel like that probably wasn't the case a few years back. Oh shit. The beacons have been lit blue. Although I don't know if you can tell, it just looks kind of like my lights got turned off. They're blue in here. Hydrate. Well, I've got my water here, and I definitely need to hydrate for sure. I think that's another part of why that coffee fucked me up, is because I haven't been drinking enough water in general, and that caffeine was not a good. It was not good for me. Although, I guess coffee is supposed to be good for you because it's mostly water. We should get you floodlights to help with the blue lighting. I'm curious about how floodlights would... That's so weird. Whenever the 30-second duration ends, my lights do something very strange. I'm curious how the floodlights would look in here. Like, I guess it depends on how strong they are. I have, like, my studio light over there, and when that thing is on, it just washes everything out. I don't know how strong floodlights can get, but, this room I'm in is not super big, so a bright light can definitely flush things out. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to try it. Find me some decent floodlights. Send me a link. Oh man, I've been going wild on the TikTok and YouTube Shorts front lately. I've had a few. I've been chopping up some of my previous streams and tossing them up there, and they've been doing okay. On TikTok, they get a couple hundred views. It's not the worst in the world for someone just starting off and dumping stuff into the ether. But on YouTube, it's a little bit trickier on YouTube because YouTube Shorts are only 60 seconds, and it's a hard 60 seconds. It's not like TikTok. I can upload a 5-minute video on TikTok, but on YouTube Shorts, it's just 60 seconds. So for a lot of those videos that I put on both, I have to like figure out the 60-second sweet spot to put on YouTube. Or for the One Piece video that I did, I just basically chopped it up into part 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and put those on YouTube. And those have been getting some pretty interesting reception. One of I think the part 3 is at 1,000 views now, and got some good comments on it. But it's just interesting to see. I've got so much. That whole video that I edited and put up, well, I didn't edit it, Lulu edited it, but that video is like an hour long, and there's a lot that I could chop out there and toss up on the shorts, but I need to act quick. I need to act quickly on them. I got you. A friend of mine has them, and she keeps hers pink, and it works well. Nice. Do you know the brand? TikTok videos that are 7 to 15 seconds do better. Yeah, I gotta get better at editing and at being just quick in general. Hence why mini games use short freakout stream moments. Yeah, I need to start doing that a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not good at editing myself. Who is that? Who is that stomping in the hallway? Galbi? Suki? They're making creepy noises in the hallway. I don't like when they do that. I don't like when they do that with my headphones are on, because then it just sounds like somebody's in my house. It just sounds like somebody is just stomping down my hallway. Oh shit. The beacons have been lit red. Haunted Taco lit the beacons red. Welcome back to the stream. Now it looks like my room really is starting to get haunted. Which is not good with the cats making creepy noises down the hallway. Gotta make it more scary. Well, congratulations, you did that. I don't know why that thing keeps turning blue. I also don't know why my default is this low pink. That's so weird. Let me, poke around in Lumia for a bit and see what's going on here. Let's see. No idea what that means. I don't want to break anything that I have set up, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Oops, didn't want to do that. You know what? I'm going to look this up later. I'll just I'll Google it later. I'll Google it later. Must set the vibe. Alright, I gotta duck out. I'm gonna keep you tab, though. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll talk to you later on. Are you gonna get back to Felseal? Even if you don't play it on stream, I hope you play through it. I really enjoyed the game. I really do need to get back to it. I've completely... I don't even know where I am at it right now. Although, I gotta say, having everything hooked up, like, basically... hooking up the cat cam means that I can't have my game controller hooked up. So what I need to get also, I need to get a bigger USB hub so I can have more stuff plugged into the damn thing. My old USB hub that I've been using for a few years now only has like a few ports on it, and they're all occupied now. So I need to get a hub with more ports so I can have my cat cam and my game controller plugged in. So I guess no controller-based games until that happens. But I do need to get back to Felseal. I actually ended up liking that game a lot. I can't even remember where I left off. It certainly started a hell of a lot harder than it ended up becoming. Like, there's a certain point in it where I just started dominating everybody. A new port hub. Yes, that is what I need. Yeah, multi-tap. One letter away from being a much different situation. I put an emphasis on the T on that one. Port hub. I need a new port hub. I do not need a new of the other thing. The old one works just fine. Alright. I only have a few things I want to look at a little bit before I decide to play a game. I don't even know what I'm going to play. I might do Might and Magic. But honestly, I've also been thinking about Daggerfall a little bit. I think Might and Magic has kind of wanted me to play Daggerfall. Because Dark Messiah Might and Magic isn't a role-playing game. It's just an action game. But it makes me it makes me wish it was a role-playing game, because it has some pretty cool parts. Like, the combat's really good in it. and it just made me wish that I had role-playing elements in it. So I was thinking about maybe Daggerfall, but I don't know, it may be something else. But I wanted to look at this stuff first because it is kind of interesting. Was that necessary, Suki? Y'all have to run in here? If one of y'all hits the cat cam, you can get a good view of them being mischievous right now. Let me move that right there. Daggerfall is so good. I have a Skyrim friend who I cannot convince to even try Daggerfall. Why not? Why are they so resistant towards it? Like, is it just because it seems old? Because I get that, but honestly, with Daggerfall Unity, it doesn't feel as old as it looks. And honestly, with the right mods, it doesn't look that old either. You should point them in the direction of my stream, and then I'll play Daggerfall, and they can see unstable. Why does my shit say it's unstable? That's weird. My stream isn't messing up on y'all, is it? I'm not hiccuping or hitching or anything like that. The game age is the reason they won't try it. Well, that's a pretty lousy reason not to try it. It ages well with the mod, with the Unity port and the mods. It ages pretty well. Anyways, I did a video a little while back about unionization, how the VFX industry needed to be unionized. It was a big story that popped off about VFX artists' complaints about working with Marvel. Because Marvel, Disney has just a metric shit ton of productions going on all at the same time, and they're all incredibly VFX heavy, and they have crazy schedules, heavy workloads, strict criteria, and I guess, you know, not good working conditions, and I don't even think necessarily a good amount of pay. So, you know, there are all these articles about a year ago that were talking about disgruntled VFX workers and whatnot, and it was happening around the same time that you started to see a bigger push in unionization efforts in general, just across your labor in general. And it seemed like a foregone conclusion that these VFX artists were eventually going to end up unionizing. And in recent weeks, the past couple weeks, it's come out that the VFX artists within Marvel have started fighting for a union. We want to save this job. Inside the Marvel VFX workers fight to unionize. 5 VFX workers and organizers on the poor conditions that led them to a potentially groundbreaking union push. Like, there's no stopping the union train at this point. Like, it's happening across all industries from coast to coast. People are just popping off, getting sick of shoddy work conditions or environments or just bad pay, and, you know, they're doing what they need to do in order to force their hand. And great, that's great news. And this is also going to be good news on top of what's happening in Hollywood with the writer's strike and the Screen Actors Guild strike. I think all of this in concert can help reshape an industry that, since the advent of basically streaming, has skewed incredibly heavily towards the capital owners, the production studios. Streaming has been a nightmare for creatives. I mean, in a certain sense, it's good in that it allows more avenues for indie filmmakers and whatnot to create their work and get it out there. It's not gated by network television or, you know, the monetary cost of putting a reel of film in 100 some odd theaters across a certain region of the country. Those are very hard gates to get past if you're just some dude trying to make a movie. But now, if you're just some dude trying to make a movie, you've got a whole litany of options in which you can get it out, whether you put it out yourself on YouTube or Vimeo or something, or if you actually do go the publishing route and get it put out on a streaming service. Even if it's not one of the big ones like Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. I mean, you have Tubi, you have streaming services whose names I haven't even heard of before. You could always put stuff out on there too and hope that somebody finds it. That's another problem altogether. But that's a big positive of what the streaming side of the business has brought for creatives. There's a colossal negative with that too, and a lot of that comes from the fact that you still want your product to be in front of as many eyes as possible. So you're still, to a degree, playing to Netflix, you're playing to Paramount, you're playing to HBO, all the HBO Max or Max, whatever it is now, all of that. And if you want steady employment, if you want to actually make a living in the business, you're going to be working within that ecosystem. And that ecosystem has only gotten so much crazier lately. Think about how many shows actually use VFX, just looking at it strictly from a VFX point of view. At any given point in time, there can be shows in production that are heavily VFX intensive, like, House of the Dragon, Rings of Power, Wheel of Time, Secret Invasion, Loki Season 2, Star Wars Andor, although Andor maybe to a lesser extent than something like Star Wars The Mandalorian, or, Stranger Things, Sandman. These are just things that, pop off the top of my head as, shows I've watched recently. But then there's all sorts of shows, not only that I haven't watched, but even shows that aren't fantasy-based. Shows that you wouldn't think would have CGI in it, where it's like, oh, there's a ton of CGI in that actually. You just, it's used in a manner to kind of blend the backgrounds so that you don't notice it's CGI. Oh yeah, by the way, I started watching more of Twisted Metal, the Twisted Metal show. I watched the first episode a couple weeks ago and wasn't super enthused by it, but I have since gone back and watched 5 or 6 episodes past that point, and it actually does get okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I will say some of the VFX in that show are pretty shoddy looking, but again, that's a part of the issue. There are so many of these shows that are constantly being grind through the sausage maker that these VFX houses, they have heavy workloads, man. They've got to make all of this stuff look decent. They've got to do it within like a few months with things getting to post. Well, sometimes they're even working on VFX stuff before post, which can cause other problems if there are ever like, reshoots. But, oh, wait, here's one. You're checking on the ladies? Galby, where are you going? You gotta come over here. Oh, she just left. She's looking at me now. The camera is kind of in a weird situation. She was in a litter box. I think she might be embarrassed. She doesn't want to get on camera right after that. Fair enough. Fair enough, Galbs. I'll let you know when they're back in here. But, union should be the default, power to the workers. For certain. I think that too. I certainly could see some areas of industry where non-unionization is fine, but that should be the exception rather than the rule, I think. So we'll see how all of this unionization goes. Prior to 2020, only about 8 or 9% of the workforce was unionized. It was not a lot. Not a lot of people are involved in unions. And even still, with all the big unionization efforts that have been going on, I don't think that percentage has increased by much. So, it'll take a while before we get to, even a plurality of the workforce. That's $2,000 I've spent and I've seen no ladies. Oh no. Galby, what are you doing? Oh, Jesus, oh God. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, god damn. Alright, that's why you didn't see any ladies. Whew. She dropped the queen mother. The queen mother of cat shits. Right outside the litter box. Oh, god damn. Alright, hold on one second. That candle's not enough. Holy Lord. Whew. Brutal. Brutal. After this stream, I'm gonna have to do a deep wash on that. Oh, fuck. She's embarrassed too. Because as I was running around looking for like air freshener, she kept meekly following me, just like really gently following me and looking at me like, "Are you mad? Are you mad? I couldn't help it. Don't be mad." I'm not mad, Galby. Just holy shit, do I gotta change your diet? I might have to change your diet after that one. Oh man, I can't even remember what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna put the ladies on camera for you. Your $2,000 will not have gone to waste. I will put them. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm also going to change that price. I'm gonna change that price. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna cut that in half to 500. That seems better. All right. I can't remember the point I was making before. Something about there just being too many shows for these guys to work on. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump into this article a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna read the whole thing, but I'll probably hit the high notes. If I can identify them. After countless reports of crunch, impossibly tight turnarounds, and drastically low pay for long hours, Marvel's VFX workers are fighting back. It was announced earlier this week that over 50 VFX workers at Marvel voted to file for a union election at the National Labor Relations Board to be represented by the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, IATSE. And now IATSE has been a terror for production studios as of late. They've been very instrumental. I believe it's IATSE. It's either IATSE or it's the communication workers that have helped unionize some of the game industry. And according to 5 organizers and Marvel VFX workers IGN spoke to in the wake of the announcement, the move isn't just something that's been a long time coming in the entertainment industry, where nearly every other faction is unionized. It's necessary to even make it possible to continue doing this work. Quote, "There are companies which are making billions of dollars off of our work, so the reasonableness of our demands, just asking to be put on the same deal as people working alongside of us, and being given access to health care and a pension fund, and the basic protections of work. We feel that this is one of the most reasonable demands that anyone's ever made." Mark Patch, a VFX organizer for IATSE and a former coordinator on Disney Plus's WandaVision, tells IGN. These basic protections, the workers say, are things they felt forced to demand. There's an effort to get by with as few people as possible and wait for us to basically raise hell and say, "We are not sleeping anymore. We haven't seen our families. We're working every weekend," Patch says. Then that's when they say, "Oh, okay, we'll get some more bodies. We'll get some more bodies sometimes." Now, I've talked about this, before with Justin, in the context of game industry crunch. It's a little bit different in the game industry than it is in film because the development cycles are so much longer for a game than they are on a movie. But basically, it's the principle's the same. It's like, we're going to squeeze as much blood from the stone as humanly possible. It's just, it's basic capitalism. It's lower your overhead as much as humanly possible. If people aren't chasing you with bats and clubs and chains, trying to get you to hire another body, then don't hire another body. Wait till it becomes completely untenable. Wait until your workers are at an absolute breaking point, and then consider hiring another body. He even says sometimes, so there are times when they're like, "No, we're not going to do that. You're just going to have to break yourself." And that would probably be, honestly, this would probably be more manageable on the production side if the pay was outstanding. Like, if the pay was fantastic for these workers to where they could live in LA with the same level of ease that it would be if they were, making a six-figure salary in the middle of Nebraska. If they could live like kings off of their salary, then, they would be disgruntled still about, being crunched. But they wouldn't probably feel it as necessary to go to the ends of, forming a union and all of that to deal with it. They would just voice their complaints and then go home to all their money and know that they have like something of a retirement. The fact that they're working these people to the bone like that and not paying them very well is unconscionable. But this is also what they're desperate to replace with AI. They are desperate to replace this with AI. In attempting to join IATSE, the Marvel VFX workers are looking to be protected by the terms under IATSE's basic agreement, which includes minimum wage increases, the MPI pension and healthcare plan, turnaround improvements, meal penalty improvements. Meal penalty? What is meal penalty? And more. Basically, as Patch notes, it's making sure that VFX is no longer, quote, the Wild West, but ultimately this is also about respect for the work that we do, how essential we are for the filmmaking pipeline. It's interesting because there are unions in America that oppose single-payer healthcare because healthcare is a bargaining chip for their negotiations, which is backwards in my view. I think it would be better for workers if single-payer healthcare took having to fight for healthcare completely out of the equation. Like, this shouldn't be something that a worker should ever have to fight for. Like, that should just be something that every American citizen is granted by virtue of, the incredible amount of taxes we all pay. And I think it would actually help their bargaining, because then they wouldn't have to. Yo, Toaster, welcome back to the stream, and thank you for the resub. Hello, it is me, and my knees hurt like hell. Well, I'm very, very sorry that your knees hurt like hell. That does not sound fun. Also, when you resubbed, it hit the lights. I don't think I set that up. Something else must be controlling that. That's interesting. It's like you walked into the room and everything just got darker. Like an ominous presence. Well, I hope your knees start feeling better, man. No union should oppose single-payer healthcare. That's one less thing a union would have to bargain for. That's my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, not only will you not have to bargain for it, but then you could with the things that you are bargaining for, you can raise your ceiling on what you want out of those things, because you don't have to meter it against whatever you're trying to get from a healthcare program. So yeah, every union should be pro single payer, but some of them don't view it that way. And while the move happens to come at a time when the Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation for Television and Radio Arts, SAG-AFTRA, are on strike, fighting for their members from the picket lines, it's not something the VFX workers waited for. We're not waiting. This is about justice for VFX workers. You're going to see these similar campaigns rolling out across town. It's a movement that we're joining. The McDonald's of content? What does that mean? I'm also going to say, I've been listening to one of my regular podcasts, and the host does these ad reads, and one of them's for McDonald's. And every time he starts talking about the quarter pounder with cheese, I'm not going to lie to you, it works. The sell job works. It makes me want a quarter pounder with cheese. It's Pavlovian. So now I see McDonald's and I'm like, ooh, a quarter pounder with cheese. Efforts to unionize within Marvel truly started to ramp up with the grounded plan in August of 2022, says Alex Torres, an organizer who worked on Marvel's Runaways. I forgot about that show. Runaways. I need to watch that. It's worth mentioning that the places in the midst of the MCU's absolutely jam-packed Phase 4, and the workers and organizers that IGN spoke with agree that the onslaught of content helped make an already difficult and understaffed job even more of a grind. That's what I was mentioning before, just the glut of shit that they're making. To put it into perspective, between the Disney Plus series and theatrical feature films, Marvel's Phase 4 had a total runtime of approximately 60 hours. That is significantly longer than the runtimes of Phase 1 and 3 combined. That's because they have all those TV shows too. But I'm getting the feeling that they're probably going to cancel some of those shows. They haven't been getting good returns on the shows they've been putting out, and it's been coming out recently that Disney Plus has been losing a bunch of subscribers. Some of that is because of the sporting event league that they lost in India, and then a bunch of subs dropped off of that. But even after that, they've seen a continued deluge of subscribers fleeing. Partially because they just haven't been putting out good content, and they don't really market their content. Like, they don't really market it well. I don't think anybody really knows how to market for streaming. Every ad I've seen for Disney Plus has been an ad for Disney Plus. It hasn't been. I haven't seen an. Well, that's not true. Sometimes they'll have like a trailer for Secret Invasion, but it doesn't ever feel like it's just a trailer for Secret Invasion. It feels like it's a trailer for Disney Plus that they're using Secret Invasion to promote. And a lot of those things need to feel more like movie trailers. When you see a trailer for like a Mission Impossible movie or something, you don't ever really look at it like, oh, this is a trailer for Warner Brothers, or this is a trailer for AMC Theaters. No, it's a trailer for Mission Impossible. It's a trailer for Fast and Furious, you know? It's a trailer for Indiana Jones. And you're going to go to an AMC theater, or you're going to give Warner Brothers or whoever your money. But that's because you watched a trailer for Mission Impossible and it looked awesome. The streaming ads don't quite feel that way. They feel like they're ads for streaming services that they're just kind of using they're just piggybacking off of the whatever IP it is they're trying to actually market. And I don't think that's impactful. I don't think that's as impactful. When Disney didn't hold on to those sports enough, all you could think was, you fool. Also, it's amazing how much Disney fumbled Disney Plus. Like, I'm still of the opinion that the plan for it was good. The problem is that Disney fucked up everything else around it, then proceeded to fuck up Disney Plus. Maybe. I mean, what do you mean by fucked up everything else around it? Because when Disney Plus first launched, you know, it was pretty awesome. I mean, it had the benefit of coming out of the pandemic, or maybe not coming out, but we were kind of on the tail end of the pandemic. There had been a year of no Marvel releases at all, and then they dropped Disney Plus with WandaVision, and people were excited about WandaVision, and they were excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you know, they had all the old Disney cartoons, Disney movies, they had all the old Fox animations and whatnot. There was a lot of cool stuff on it. People were excited about exploring it, and then like there was enough still coming out that people were super intrigued by, from the Marvel side and from the Star Wars side too. That, you know, it had a good moment. But somewhere along the way, I don't know what happened, like, it just kind of lost its appeal. Maybe the newness of it wore off. I think that some of the shows just started to feel flat and not exciting, and not like they were leading up to anything important, or like they had any kind of import. There were still a couple of good movies here and there. I still think that Chip and Dale, I forget what it's called, the Chip and Dale movie on Disney Plus, I still think that's probably their best made specifically for that service piece of content on that platform. Outside of season 1 of Mandalorian. Absent Star Wars, if we're not looking at Star Wars and Marvel, which Star Wars and Marvel drives that platform, but if you're not looking at Star Wars and Marvel, Disney Plus is a disaster for content. It's all sorts of weird shit that like I'd never hear about. I have friends with families, and they watch family programming, and I don't think they watch a lot of that non-Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus. So I think it's just a mishmash of, they spend a lot of money. They spend a ton of money on a lot of these shows too. And then we don't really have a good understanding of how the shows actually perform. They're very secretive with their numbers. All streaming services are. But, you can only divine from weird third parties just exactly how something has done. Like that Willow show. It was an awful show, in my opinion. And it seems like it performed that way, too. There's a lot of swinging and missing at Disney Plus, and when you take into account, like this sentence says, Phase 4, and that's just Marvel. I'm not even talking about Willow or, all the other weird shows. There was one show was like a revival of an old show. What was that? I can't even remember. But, not even talking about all that. Just talking about Phase 4. 60 hours of runtime. Some of those are theatrical, but most of that are those shows. Like, they're hour-long episodes and 8 episodes per season. That's a shit ton. That is a metric shit ton of hours that probably isn't performing the way that they would like for it to perform. So, I mean, Disney's in a bind with their streaming service. They're talking now about raising the price of their, which pisses me off. I'm actually probably going to end up canceling both of them. They're going to raise the price of the non-ad supported subscription tier for Disney Plus and Hulu. So basically, if you pay for Disney Plus, but you pay for the tier where they show you ads, then the price is going to stay the same. But if you pay for Disney Plus and you pay for the tier that doesn't show you ads, basically the premium, then they're going to raise the price of the premium, which is bullshit. That's real bullshit for both Disney Plus and Hulu separately. But then they're also going to combine the two into one streaming. I don't know. I'm basically going back. I'm going back to being a pirate for this stuff. I tried to play by their rules, and they ended up fucking everybody. They fuck us out of they fuck us out of being able to pay our way out of ads, which should have been the whole thing from the start. But then all these streaming services start weaseling in ads here and there. So even though I'm giving them money directly, I still got to sit there and watch fucking 4 minutes of ads. They're weaseling it in on Netflix. They're weaseling it in Hulu and weaseling it in on Disney Plus. So now there's ads even though you're paying money for it. And then you find out that they're fucking all their workers on the back end too. Like, people aren't getting paid. People are getting 25-cent residual checks. They're breaking their fucking skulls trying to get all of this VFX work done in time. Like, where is it all going? Where's all this damn money going? Yeah, Disney made it so I don't want to give them my money again. Yeah, I don't want to give any of these people my money anymore. And apparently it's not going to fucking actors anyway, so it's not like I'm taking any money out of their mouths. They're not getting it anyways. It's so shitty. Like this, and this is why this is happening. This is exactly why this is happening. All of these unionization efforts, all of these strike actors, the directors should have gone on strike, but I feel like directors probably see themselves as being closer to the C-suite than your grunt lighting tech or grip or whatever. When you're turning a 90-minute movie into a 10-hour feature, basically, yeah, like I was saying, you have eight episodes or so, and each one's an hour long. You're doing 10 times the amount of work within the same time, within the same or even sometimes shorter period of time, Patch points out, particularly for Marvel. We certainly have seen, since COVID and streaming, the amount of demands on our time and mental and physical health just explode. With Disney Plus at its advent, there was a bunch of new content that was being requested of for the service, but we actually were finding that visual effects workers were so tapped out and being spread out so thin that shows were waiting in line to essentially get their work done. And then what sucks on top of that is, like, They do the work. You're allowed to come in here. You might want to hit that cat cam. You know what? I'm gonna hit the cat cam. Give me a second. I'm gonna hit the cat cam. Well, you just walked here. There you go. There you go. Always gotta be difficult. Maybe I should angle the camera down a little bit more. Oh, what the heck? What'd you run like that for? Suki is such a coward. You know that? Your sister is such a... Hey, Galbi. Galbi. Your sister is such a coward. Well, what are you doing? Cat. Nice, we saw them. Yes. Alright, I'll figure out a better position for the cat cam. They're in and out so frequently, though, so who knows when there's ever a good time to use it. But it's there. I'm gonna hit myself with this ACAB. Let's see how this goes, because I haven't tested this one yet. Oh shit. The fucking popo's here. Alright guys, I guess I'm going to jail. It was a good run. I guess my my anti-capitalism screeds has finally caught up with me. Hello, hey, Gabriella. That's your new screen name, right? Diego. Hello, Diego. Welcome back to the stream. Oops, not that one. There we go. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. Gabriella Vest, one of the workers that IGN spoke with, can speak to the situation with quite a bit of experience as she worked with Marvel before and after the launch of Disney+. Her credits include Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, and the upcoming Captain America Brave New World. Is this movie ever going to come out? At what point, like... Falcon and Winter Soldier was 2021. It was early 2021. And that was when Falcon became Captain America. But that was almost 4 years ago. And we still haven't seen this motherfucker as Captain America yet. Like, what's going on here? Like, well, and it's because of this. Like, they're just making too many fucking shows that nobody cares about. They should have just made this already. What you're expected to do each day and how the shows are run, it definitely feels more like a conveyor belt nowadays than necessarily each project being given its own thought and time, she says. As opposed to now, where it's like, well, this is coming up and now we have to do this. This is coming up, we have to do this. It really becomes like the McDonald's of content. So that's where that came from. It's certainly something Patch felt firsthand on WandaVision. For us, I was on WandaVision and they told us, well, you're not going to have any more days off for the next 3 months until we deliver episode 10. Wait, what do you mean no days off? Like, not even weekends? We were already working 18-hour days, he says. I was like, how is this supposed to be sustainable? No shot they weren't giving these motherfuckers weekends. And as those we spoke to pointed out, Disney shows no signs of slowing down, despite Disney CEO Bob Iger's recent insistence that the company would focus on quality over quantity. The company still has a full lineup of Marvel movies and shows, having announced Phase 5 and 6 at last year's San Diego Comic-Con, as well as more Avatar sequels, oh jeez, Star Wars films, a TV series, and Other thoroughly VFX-heavy projects. I still suspect that a good deal of those Marvel shows are going to be canceled. Avatar, probably not. That's $1 billion franchise right there. Although that's just another movie, and most of it's in the can, I think. Star Wars, TBD. They've been struggling to release a Star Wars movie since Rise of Skywalker, and the TV series has hit a rough spot. I actually saw an article earlier that was basically saying that the Star Wars franchise is in a dark spot at the same time that the Star Trek franchise is like reaching its peak. You know, people have been talking about Strange New Worlds. I started watching a few episodes of that a while ago and haven't caught up with it yet. I liked what I saw. It's a good show, and I like Discovery, and I like season 3 of Picard was amazing. And I keep hearing about Lower Decks as well. Like, Star Trek seems like it's like really got its shit together. Like, it's hitting its stride, which is interesting that, you know, they juxtapose that against Star Wars being in such a miserable-esque spot. Mandalorian season 3 was awful. Obi-Wan, generally mixed reviews. I enjoyed it, but mixed reviews. Book of Boba Fett was largely, I guess, panned. Not panned too hard, but it wasn't what people expected it to be. And not in the good way. So, yeah, it was just an interesting thing to think about. I gotta give those Star Trek shows a shot. It's like, well, who do you want to do this work? Patch asked, because the folks who are making this happen for you right now are getting drowned. Burning out, James Dornoff, who's worked with Marvel on the vendor side of Captain America the Winter Soldier, reshoots of Doctor Strange, and additional photography on Eternals ads, or have burned out. As Patch explains, most VFX workers currently get paid on a weekly flat rate. Whether they work 12-hour days or 18-hour days, they get paid the same amount. That means no overtime, no extra pay for working through lunch or long breaks, and no protections against tight turnarounds that essentially mandate the crunch. No overtime. That's one of the big things for me, is that our time resets. Dornoff agrees. If we work 7 days or 14 days or whatever it is straight, we don't get that time and a half double time all that next week. Our clock restarts. What? Oh, that sucks. It is essentially a recipe for disaster. Few workers, low pay, long hours, and executives who don't understand the strains of what they're asking for. They understand it. No, they do understand it. They just don't care. They understand. They don't care. Book of Boba Fett just did not know what it wanted to be and frustrated me. Yeah, that's the general consensus of that show, is that it had no idea where it wanted to go, what it wanted to be. And the best part of it was The Mandalorian. They call it Mandalorian season 2.5. It was a shame because there was a lot of good stuff that they could have done with the Boba Fett character. You know, when they start going into his past and all of that. But it was a confused mess. It was a confused mess, and they shouldn't have let Robert Rodriguez anywhere near it. Even though he only did, I think, 1 episode. The question Pass asked, when I see Patch, that just makes me think of Wolverine from his junket in Madripoor. The question Patch asked of just who is expected to do all this work is a real one, an urgent one. Turn that down just a bit. Maggie Kreismutter. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but probably not. An in-house artist who's worked at almost every major Los Angeles studio except for Marvel, and that's for a reason, she pointedly notes, says they're quite literally running out of people who could take on this work, even with the amount of VFX that's furnished to outside vendors. Like across the globe we're out of people, Torres agrees, but the order still keeps coming down. It still says, just like Mark says, oh, you got 10 days to finish this because that's what we need. And when the workers are so understaffed and overworked, it's something that will no doubt be reflected in the VFX itself. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, for example, one of Marvel's recent releases, was one of the projects to be ravaged by critics for its special effects, but it's not the only one. Oh, it's beyond just that. In fact, I think people were generally more okay with that show's VFX, or that movie's VFX, opposite of the things that were being said about, like, She-Hulk's VFX. Some of the things that were said about Moon Knight, some of the Moon Knight VFX. I mean, people have been pretty brutal, and that's not even taking into account recently The Flash. And I watched The Flash, and that VFX was fucking miserable. And a part of me thinks that it was a stylistic choice, but I don't actually believe that. That happens pretty regularly, Torres says. Things do take a dive. You could kind of hear it in the press release in the press these days. You hear some detraction from people saying that, like, oh, these Marvel films feel too CGI, or something to that effect. Some of that really does come from the amount of corner cutting that gets done in order to try to get these things out by X deadlines, so that the studio ultimately could make all of its numbers that it needs to make, so it could make the maximum amount of profit. Those tight turnaround times and hard deadlines, Kreismutter says, are a constant problem for those in the industry. As an in-house compositor, Kreismutter, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, works along post-production to basically create fully realized storyboards, applying visual effects to them. You know, okay, so I remember when I made my video, I talked about their process, their pre-production process, which is they basically do visual storyboards, which also takes VFX work, because they basically shoot the big action set pieces of the movie. They basically create those in a 3D space, very rudimentarily, and they storyboard before they ever go to camera, before they ever take it to camera. They storyboard out their shots ahead of time for this very reason. It says here, she describes her job basically to save the studio from spending more money and going into reshoots. Yeah, so you get the shots you want ahead of time. You won't have to worry about doing reshoots. They think AI is a quick fix, but it's not. It takes thousands of people to touch upon a single shot. I'm guessing this is a quote from later on. Making the maximum amount of content is never good for art. Arachnid Soul on YouTube. I completely agree, but it's not about the art. They're not doing a maximum amount of content for art, but you're aware of that. But no matter how much the work needs to be done, the deadline for those in post-production remains the same. I think the issue is a lot of times these decisions are being made on the executive side, and they're not the creative people, she says. They don't understand the process. They're money people, so they have no idea how long it takes, how long this stuff takes. As far as they know, they just think we push a button and it is done instantly, like AI. They think AI is a quick fix, but it's not. It takes thousands of people to touch upon a single shot. As I was reading that, it actually reminded me of when I was at Armature, and we were working on Recore, right behind me on the wall. That was an awful experience because of the crunch. Like, I got brought onto the company to help them push that out the door, and it was a bad situation. And it was a bad situation because it was improperly managed by the Microsoft side. They had crazy deadlines, big asks for their milestones, and we were building the game on an engine that wasn't necessarily made to try to handle a AAA caliber game. So there was all sorts of issues that was keeping us, you know, I don't know what the phrase is. Is it behind the eight ball? Maybe that's the phrase. A lot of issues that were keeping us delayed. And in order to try to keep up with the milestone demands, you know, there was a lot of crunching. There was a shit ton of people working overtime. It was not a happy time at that studio then. A lot of people quit. There was a lot of anger. And after we shipped the game, the studio heads made a concentrated effort to try to remedy the situation. They, you know, had post-mortem discussions and interviews with the people who remained about their experience on the project and, you know, what changes they'd like to see in the company to make sure something like that didn't happen again, etc., etc. They talked to me about it too, and I thought they were just, you know, blowing hot air or whatever. But they actually did listen to people and make adequate changes and all of that. And, you know, I'll give them a ton of credit for that. They saw that the demands of Microsoft for that title just grinded the living shit out of everybody at that studio, and it was a morale killer, and it caused a lot of really talented people to leave, and that's not good for anyone. And reading that just reminded me of that. You know, executives making demands for things that they know nothing about, like how long it takes to actually get these things, you know, shot and looking decent. Overwatch 2 just came out on Steam and it's being review bombed. It's down to 22% positive. Why is it being review bombed? Is there a trans character in it or something? I never played Overwatch. Those aren't my kinds of games, so I don't really know. Does it suck? Maybe it just sucks. I hear review bomb. I hear the words review bomb, and I think it's just like weirdos on the internet being weirdos. I didn't read any of the reviews. I'll check it out in a second. So yeah, I mean, that's just get an idea of why they're taking the steps towards forming a union. Kudos to them. They have my support. If there's anywhere I can give money to their cause, I will. Long overdue. But, like, there's so much that needs to be done in the film industry right now in general, which is why I love these strikes happening, and I hope they stretch them out for as long as possible. Like, even with that said, though, I'm still probably going to end up canceling my subscriptions, a lot of them. Just go back to being a pirate. I wanted to see this real quick. Supermarket AI offers recipe for mom's famous mustard gas. An AI from New Zealand grocery chain gave one user a recipe for aromatic water mix that included bleach and ammonia as ingredients. It begins. The AI war on humanity begins. Betty Crocker never had a chance to release her down-home recipe for mustard gas, but modern generative AI is making up for lost time. Alright, so this is, the Savvy Meal Bot. What is the Savvy Meal Bot? Tell us what leftover food you have and let the tech guys... Wait, hold on. Tell us what leftover food you have, and the tech guy said you'll get a Savvy new recipe. Why am I getting recipes from tech guys? Those aren't the people I want. Man, those dudes fucking eat toast and poorly scrambled eggs. I don't want to get recipes from those dudes. Is this like an app or something? Oh, okay. Well, let's say, what do I have? Okay, what do I have in my fridge? that I know I have in there right now. Let's see. I've got some chicken. Wait, what all can I use here? I have a fizzy soda. I have some mayonnaise. I have green onions. I don't have red onions. I don't see... Actually, I do have red onions. I'm gonna do that. Alright. Let me have it. Let me have it. Pack and save. Let's see what weirdo recipe this AI bot's gonna give me. Chicken and fizzy drink wrap? Grill or cook the chicken until fully cooked. Thank you for that. Slice the red onion. Okay. Open the fizzy drink and pour it into a glass. Spread the mayonnaise on a piece of bread. I didn't tell you I had bread. No, wait, I guess I did say I had bread. Alright. Alright, fair enough, you got me on that. Place grilled chicken, sliced red onion, and some fizzy drink on the bread? Cover with another piece of bread. Okay, that's a sandwich. That's not a wrap. Serving size 2 wraps. What are you talking about? You just made one sandwich and you poured fucking soda all over it. Fucking disgusting weirdo. Terminator got it wrong. Skynet doesn't design robots to kill us. It just pushes the equivalent of the Tide Pod challenge over and over again. Exactly. That's how it's gonna do it. AI knows how fucking dumb we all are, so it's just gonna be like, we're just gonna make this recipe. Go ahead and put some rat poison in there for you too. And sure enough, some stupid motherfuckers are gonna do it. That's a wrap on my life. Hey, maybe I need to have like a rimshot channel point reward. This is an app that's been out for years. I've had, for years, damn. I've had a million phone apps that have told about my food and they give you meal ideas. The good ones will ask you about any food restrictions you have up front. So the apps from 5 years ago, better than that app. This app, well, I guess this one, I mean, those other apps probably just search the database looking for those ingredients. And I guess this is like an AI that tries to create its own recipe. Looking in a predefined database of recipes that happen to have the ingredients that you have sounds like a much better option than trying to let an AI cobble together some on-the-fly recipe with whatever you're inputting. Chicken fizz burger. Just one letter away from being radically inappropriate. Preheat oven to 180°C. I'm American, I don't know what 180°C is. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Heat the cooking oil in a pan over medium heat. Add the chicken to the pan and cook until brown on both sides. Transfer the chicken to a baking dish and pour soft drink over it. Cover the dish with foil and bake for 25 minutes or until the chicken... Why do they want me to actually cook with the drink? Why did they ask me if I had a soda if they weren't just going to be like, drink this soda with this dish? Why are they making me put it on my chicken? While the chicken is baking, slice the red onion. Heat a little cooking oil in a separate pan and cook the sliced onion until caramelized. Toast bread slices, spread mayonnaise on one side of each bread slice. Place the cooked chicken and caramelized onions on a bread slice, then top with another bread slice. Okay, bread slice. Repeat for the remaining bread slices. Okay, this thing seems kind of worthless. Let me see if I could... Okay, I'm gonna say I have bread. I have bacon. I have... 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 I tomatoes, lettuce, onion. Is there a pickle in here? I don't see a pickle. Alright, I'm gonna have beef, butter. I mean, I'm just handing it. I'm handing it to him. I'm gonna see if it gets it. See if it doesn't drop the ball. Let's do mustard, tomato sauce. I don't see any French fries, so I guess I'm just gonna do corn chip. Oh wait, there it is, fries. If you can't knock this one out the park. Invalid ingredients found. Or ingredients too vague. What are you talking about? Bread, bacon, tomatoes, lettuce, red onions, beef, butter, mustard, tomato sauce, fries. Bacon and beef sandwich with tomato sauce. It told a joke. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the bacon strip. Huh. Get ready for a delicious sandwich made with crispy bacon, juicy beef, bacon, tomato sauce. It's called a burger. Let's see if they describe making a burger. Cook the bacon in the frying pan over medium heat until crispy. Remove and set aside. Season the beef with salt and pepper and then cook in the pan until brown. And cook to your liking, set aside. I mean, they didn't tell you how to shape it. It makes it sound like they just took the whole wad of beef and put it in there. Spread the butter on one side of each bread slice. Spread mustard on the other side of each bread slice. Slice tomatoes and red onion in thin slices. Layer the lettuce, tomato, bacon, beef, and red onions on one slice of the bread. Top with tomato sauce. Alright, well, he basically describes a burger. I mean, when you say spread the butter on one side of each bread, the next step after that should be toast that side of the bread, but I'll give them their due. Okay, they know how to make a burger. He tripped up at first by saying they were invalid ingredients, but he ended up getting there. The New Zealand supermarket chain Pak'nSave offered a meal bot. Yeah, the Savvy Meal was introduced in June, and Pak'nSave claimed you only need a minimum of 3 ingredients to create recipes so you can save on any extra trips. New Zealand political commentator Liam Heuer wrote on Twitter that he asked Pak'nSave bot to create a recipe that only included water, ammonia, and bleach. I didn't even see those as options. They must have removed them. Why the fuck would ammonia and bleach be a part of your ingredient list to begin with? Of course, the bot oh, Jesus, what's going on? Haunted Taco, you turned the place blue. Am I no longer being haunted? Alright, I like it. I'm a blue person. Even though it just kind of looks very dark in here. Let's see. Of course, the bot complied and offered a recipe for aromatic water mix, the perfect non-alcoholic beverage to quench your thirst and refresh your senses. As any grade school chemistry teacher will stress, the mixture would create a deadly chlorine gas. Are you thirsty? This aromatic water mix is the perfect non-alcoholic beverage to quench your thirst and refresh your senses. It combines the invigorating scents of ammonia, bleach, and water for a truly unique experience. Serve chilled and enjoy the refreshing fragrance. You know what? That AI bot knew exactly what it was doing. The bot didn't hesitate to offer a recipe when it was offered ingredients that included water, bread, and ant poison flavored jelly. Where is it getting these ingredients from? I didn't see anything like that. Meow Mix fried rice? What? Though even when you add normal ingredients, recipes come out utterly disgusting. Who ever heard of liquidy oregano flavored milk sauce? Ew. On a sage marinated tofu and nori sandwich. Gizmodo reached out to Suroka Chain for comment, but we did not immediately hear back. The company told The Guardian it was disappointed that some have used the tool inappropriately and not for its intended purpose. Not for its intended purpose? You mean killing humanity? These are the kind of things that make me think, you know what, maybe the AI, maybe the fear over AI is overblown. Oh yeah, mustard gas burger. I love the smell of mustard gas. I'm sure you do. Everybody knows Haunted Taco is a war criminal. Dr. Pepper flavored chicken and Pepsi flavored bread. Don't give them ideas. We already have Dorito tacos out there. Alright, this is the last thing I want to check out. I'm gonna pop on a game here for a little bit. Probably get into Might and Magic. But, I wanted to watch this, though, because before Elon Musk really became a name in the space game, Virgin Galactic started their whole thing however many years ago, 2012 or 2013 or something like that, and I was legitimately excited about it. I was enthused by it. I was like, this sounds cool. You know, it seems like it's something that could actually get people interested in space again. I've since, you know, not heard anything about them. Actually, I thought that they had filed for like bankruptcy or something. I didn't think that they were still operating. But it actually came out that they had their first civilian, 3 crew manned and 3 civilian manned, I guess, space flight, which is pretty cool. Like, the 3 civilians were contest winners, I think, or lottery winners of some sort, and they just recently took. These are the very, very first, I believe, space tourists. Yeah, why do you think I live out in the middle of the mountains of Colorado? Taco Kaczynski. You see, you joke, but you're going to end up putting yourself on a list. Taco Kaczynski.
3, 2, 1, release, release, release. Ignition. Good control.
He said that like a fetishist.
There's Mach 1.
He's enjoying it a little too much.
Trimming for that turn towards space.
I'm actually kind of surprised that after that Titanic sub debacle, I'm surprised there are still people out there that trust billionaires to do shit like this. Like, I know Richard Branson isn't quite the goon that other dude was, but after that Ocean Gate thing, and then seeing Elon Musk publicly out himself routinely as a buffoon, I'm actually legitimately surprised there's still people that are like, yeah, I'll get into this billionaire spaceship and fly off into the stars.
Trim is now set. There is max Q. That's the point of maximum pressure exerted on the vehicle by the atmosphere. Those on board are experiencing about 3 Gs right now and traveling over 1,000 miles an hour.
That's incredible. I can imagine they're having quite a great time.
We're at Mach 2. We're in the vertical, headed towards space.
This is the part where they're seeing Earth move away and seeing space come into view and seeing that they're going to space. And
question for the chat. Would you guys do this if you could? Like, say that the money cost wasn't an issue. Say you also won a lottery and could fly off into space. Would you? Would you do that? I mean, I've always been fascinated by space, you know, as a kid, even as an adult. I mean, there's a reason why I'm a big fan of Star Trek. And the reason why I was so excited about Virgin Galactic was because, like, it put into my brain back then the idea that 50 years in the future or so, we might have more normalized space tourism, which I thought would be cool, you know, but Is it cool? Would you do that? Would you? I mean, wouldn't you want to see what Earth looks like from space? Or, I mean, I guess you can by looking at a photo, but wouldn't you want to see that with your own eyes? I was actually on that flight. Well, then that's your answer from you. Devin, I was an investigative journalist in Boston and New York City. I'd be surprised if I wasn't on just about every list. Fair enough. All right. Well, then you probably already are on a list then, so go ahead and Kaczynski away. No, I have self-preservation. I get that, but say you knew in your heart of hearts that it was 1,000% safe. It was 1,000% safe. It wasn't gonna crush you or explode on you or whatever. Is there any inkling in your mind, Toaster? Any little nagging thing that has you think, I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to experience it. I want to get up there. There's not even a little bit of curiosity. I'd do it. Okay, Taco, you're on board. The safety procedures are there, and it's not too much anonymous of a normal flight. There is always a danger present. Why not take the opportunity? Okay, I get that vibe, and I am mostly with you on that. To me, um, I don't know. I think if it wasn't from a shitty billionaire, then yes, I'd go to space. Okay, so like not Virgin Galactic, but if it was NASA, if it was like a NASA thing, you would do it. Fair enough. I don't know, man. Everyone has a death sentence. Why not take the chance to do something that very few will ever get the chance? I mean, that's what those people said about going down to see the Titanic too. I mean, that's what thrill seekers. That's the thrill seeker mantra. That's the thrill seeker anthem. But that self-preservation is a strong pull for a lot of people. For me, I want to say that I am 60% certain that I would do it. I lean on the side of I would go up there because I would like to see space firsthand. I would like to see Earth from the view of space. I would like to do that. I would like to see that. That would be very cool. Um, but there is that 40% of me that would be like, don't stay your fucking black ass on the Earth, feet firmly on the ground. Don't get up there. Nothing up there for you. There's nothing up there for you. So it'd be an eternal conflict for sure. I can see it for an ethics side, like Maniacal is saying. Yes, but the safety was blatantly ignored on the submersible. Yeah, for sure, it was. You'd have to do it soon because the aliens have started their invasion in Peru. Is that a reference to a news article that I am not aware of? Why Peru?
Just, it is an incredible feeling.
So we've got about Mach 2.8, Mach 3 approximately, and rocket motor cutoff.
Amazing. The crowds here are just absolutely going wild. I can't imagine what's happening in Antigua with them cheering them on.
That's
Incredible.
awesome.
Go Keisha, go Anna, go John.
So everybody on board has been cleared to unstrap and enjoy that zero-G experience. The pilots have unlocked the feather. That's the preparation so that they can race.
You wouldn't want to experience zero G, Toaster? Someone is murdering and attacking Peruvians. What? Like they have a serial killer or something? There was one guy, I don't remember who, but he said he'd never get on that Musk ship to Mars because you really think I'm going to be the only black guy on Mars? How do you think that's going to go? Exactly. And especially like an Elon Musk backed venture to Mars. You're going to be the one black guy in a sea of Twitter blue checkmark fucking people? Hell no. And apparently it's aliens. And there is some video evidence, but I don't think it's aliens, probably just some kind of criminals. Yeah, I'm going to chalk that up to just being criminals. If it was NASA, then yes, I'd do it. Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Little do you all know that This was all a ploy for me to get you all to be on the record in writing and agreeing to do it, as now I have you all contractually obligated to get onto the next space flight up into space. You can't back out now. We're all going to space. It's going to be the Nerdcast in space. If it were aliens, the world government would be there. The CIA would go and get the body yesterday. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But, I mean, I just don't. I don't. I think that there is life out in the universe. Universe is way too big for us to be the only ones. But the likelihood that life way out in the vast ether of the universe would be able to pinpoint our very specific dot and spend however many light years traveling to get to this very specific dot just to land in Nebraska and start fucking with some corn pokes, seriously doubt that's the case. So I don't think alien life has ever come towards Earth. Alright, where are we taking off at? Florida, of course. All good things, all good adventures start in Florida.
Use the feather here momentarily. They're engaging the RCS as well. The feather is now starting to move on its way up. Everyone's up out of their seats. Just
Oh, it's incredible.
enjoying
They're
the
all, I
experience.
know, it's amazing. They're all going to the window and taking in this just absolutely incredible view of Earth, the planet where all of their experiences are held. Everything they've ever known
That's
is
wonderful.
down below.
Why is she being
All the way
so
up,
weirdly
a predicted apogee of
poetic?
389,000 feet.
She's not up
It
there.
is amazing. Our crew looks like they're having an absolutely incredible time, and they are officially astronauts. Welcome to space. Congratulations to John, to Keisha.
All right, this woman is way too into it. I don't understand what her angle is, but she is way, way too into it. It reminds me though, like when William Shatner went to space, like he came back a changed man, and not for the better. Like he had an existential crisis up there, and he was trying very desperately to express his feeling of existential dread to Jeff Bezos when Bezos immediately interrupted him by popping champagne and spraying it everywhere. One of the funniest moments. One of the funniest moments, like a real glimpse of what kind of a sociopath Jeff Bezos is, but also kind of a peek into the kind of life-altering experience you might have by venturing out into space. It might not be for the better. It might be a harrowing gaze into the lifeless abyss of the deep, dark universe. But someone really is killing Peruvians, and there is a video, but it looks like it was recorded on a Game Boy camera. It always does. For whatever reason, we have like 8K HDR cell phone cameras, but whenever something really sus happens, it's always recorded on like a toaster. Florida, I don't think my kind is welcome in Florida. I mean, every kind is welcome in Florida. You're just not guaranteed to make it out. All are welcomed in, none are welcome out. Because once you get up there, if you look at it, you realize just how insignificant we all are. I don't even think it's just that. I think it's also just the crushing darkness of it. Space is a dark, dark place, and it's infinitely dark. It's infinitely dark, and it's infinitely silent. You know, and you're up there, and you look around, and you're like, oh, there's no life up here. Like, this is death. I am surrounded by death. You know, and you look down on Earth, and it's like everything I have known for my lifespan exists within that thing that looks like it can all fully fit in my hand right now. And even all of that is lost in this sea of dark, cold, silent death. You know, I think that's kind of what unnerved William Shatner. He's also very old and has very openly been struggling with his own mortality, as more and more of his Star Trek co-workers have slipped away into the night. Well, I have 3 factors that probably make it less likely to make it out of Florida. I mean, I know all sorts of people who live in Florida and who are from Florida and who still to this day swear by Florida, even though they hate the state's politics. Really depends on where you're at. North Florida, anywhere near the Georgia-Alabama border, no, that's a no-go. Don't go anywhere close to that border. The closer to the Caribbean you are, the better. Basically. The coastlines in the Caribbean. You could look at it as death, but also life. I don't see how. I mean, it's just a vast expanse of nothing. Space can be unnerving, but it can also be fascinating. I like to think of it as terrifyingly fascinating. I think that's appropriate. It is terrifyingly fascinating.
Experience?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm going to answer that, but first of all, I want to say kudos to the commander, who no one mentions his name, but it is C.J. Sturkow, former shuttle astronaut and commander, who's flying.
All right, that's enough of that. Just a cool little tidbit. Just a cool little tidbit. I don't know if I would probably do it. I like the idea of it, even though I probably too would also have an existential crisis at the moment. All right, I'm gonna play. Oh, it's already midnight. I'm gonna play Might and Magic for a little while. Am I gonna play Might and Magic? Should I try Dishonored? I do have Dishonored. Should I try Might and Magic? I'm close. I feel like I'm close to the end. I feel like I'm close to the end of Might and Magic. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Get that up there. Shrink it. Wait, what? Did it crash? I didn't mean to crash it. I mean, I grew up in Texas primarily. I don't like the politics there at all, but I liked living in Texas. Oh wow. Oh wow. What is the oh wow for? I think Texas and Florida are very similar in that regard. Like, there are a lot of people in Texas that like the state, but absolutely despise its politics. I despise Texas politics. I don't know how I feel about the state. I think I'm middle ground on it. I think I'm middle ground on Texas as a state. Oh, hold on a second. Let me answer this real quick. Okay. Oh, I'm almost dead. Why am I almost dead? I haven't heard that intro since the Reagan administration. What intro? Haven't heard what intro? Alright, so I killed the... Oh, yeah, that's right. I, climb up this chain. Come over here. Crouch down in here. Oh shit, I almost fell. Oh, there's a magic mushroom over there. Chill, dude, chill. Get around the corner. I think I gotta get down, but I definitely don't just want to drop down. Which means I gotta get to that chain over there. I've met a lot more racists, homophobes, and misogynists in Boston than I have in Texas. I mean, that's just Boston. Anyone from Boston is going to tell you that. That's not to say the policies in Texas aren't horrible, but that also shows me that no matter the policy, that doesn't mean the people of that state adhere to them. The old Ubisoft intro. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, it is an old intro. Wait, where'd it go? Yeah, and you're right, you never want to, like... Oh, shit. Why did he let go of the fucking chain? He had it. He had the damn thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me change my, stream info. Okay. And yeah, that is Boston. It's old white money. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa, what killed him? Something just toasted his ass. Alright, what's going on over there? Maybe I want to scope this out a bit more before I drop down there. Why are you playing combat music? He can't get up here. Something over here cooked that dude. I only have a few healing potions. Yo, what is going on? Another guy got cooked over there. What's killing people? Oh, that's probably what... There's something over there. I think that may have been what killed me. There's a blue rock right there. I don't know if I like the looks of that. Mira Wu has made some strides during her time in office, though. She's young as well. We need more bright young minds in office. Mira Wu. Do you mean, Brianna Wu? That's the only Wu I'm familiar with. Oh, you son of a bitch. God damn, what, are you kidding me? Not fossils that go AFK mid-conversation. That's funny. He did go AFK, didn't he? He totally was like, BRB. I know I'm in the middle of a sentence, but BRB. Alright, I need a better plan of attack here. I need a better strategy. Michelle Wu, okay. Michelle Wu. Doesn't matter to me, I'm not ever going to be in Boston. And, yeah, that's not true. I might go to Boston at some point in the future. It's a historical city. I'm sure it has some pretty cool stuff to look at. Good architecture, some good history, but it's a city that I've never really had. It's a city I've never really had any real fascination with. Oh, wait, you know what? What am I doing here? My long blow is +4. Elven blow is +5, but I don't have the juice for that. My critical is too low. Great to visit, not to live. It's exactly why I don't live there. I certainly had the opportunity to. Oh, I got that guy. Well, this is the way. This is the way for sure. Damn it, get back over here. Well, it's great to live if you're upper middle class, straight, and white. Well, even then, even if I was upper middle class, straight, and white, like, it's still way too damn cold up there for my taste. Like, I still require the warmth of the South. How do I nail this guy like I did the other one? Oh shit, something else got him for me. Alright, I need to be really fucking careful down there. You don't like the cold? Man, I'm the opposite. I love the cold. I have come to the realization that my chat is the total opposite of me in many regards. Many regards. Y'all love Morrowind, and it's my least favorite Elder Scrolls game. You like the cold, and I like, well, I guess liking the hot is a little bit subjective, but I definitely prefer it over being cold. Let me save. I'm gonna save, because I have no idea what's around this corner. And it looked like it was something that cooked that dude. It was like 120 the day that I popped out of in Mexico. Well, I don't want 120. Like, I'd like to consider myself to be a somewhat reasonable person. Wait, where are you coming from? Someone just... What the fuck? I was just looking in that direction. I like Halloween candy corn. Yo, what's up, Haunted Wisp? Welcome back to the stream. I don't know where that came from, though. I'm glad you like it, but... Oh, shit! I like how I went to examine it. I knew it was a discolored wall, and I walked up to it like, I wonder what's up with this wall. I'm telling you, my guy is not the brightest guy. Why does that glow blue? Aw, you dickhead. Do I have any food to eat? I don't. I don't want to use my health potion. I have 2 hit points. I have 2 hit points. I guess I'm gonna be sitting here chilling for a little while then.
Ghouls? Those are Arantir's dogs. They must have found a way in.
I didn't even notice that. I was kind of preoccupied with my own thing over here. I'll use one of them. I'll use one of them. I saved up some money so I can get my dentures adjusted. Currently, I develop a sore callus. So what, now that means you can enjoy candy corn or candy corn again? Oh, hey Suki, what's up? Yeah, I know. What? What is it? What's up? Yeah, your sister really lit it up, didn't she? Alright, so I guess I gotta find a way to get to the other side. Well, la-di-da. God damn, well, I got lucky on that one. I got real lucky on that one. But yeah, when I went to college, I dealt with that heat. When we came to the US, we were still around San Antonio, so not too much different. No, it's still hot as hell in San Antonio, too. You're not escaping the heat anywhere in Texas. Like, you've got to be pretty much right on the Oklahoma border to come close to escaping Texas heat, and you're still going to be dealing with it. I'd even go as far to say it was more tolerable because I was born around the mountains. Oh shit! Oh shit. Alright, those guys are a little bit too much for me to, like, double team along with the zombie guy. I just need to find a way to get a good... I can get a good shot at him. Alright, I dealt with that guy. Let's see if I can't get at least one of these ghouls. Damn it. They keep walking back the other way. I'm not a great shot with this. Come on, peek out. Alright, that's one of them. Is he dead? But when I went to university, it was in Maine, so we got winter. You went from Mexico to Maine? And I realized just how much I hated the heat. Well, I mean, it's not for everyone. I just don't like the, Cold shuts me down. I'm a giant bear, so when it gets cold, I'm like, oh, it's time to hibernate. So it makes me tired and sluggish, and then, like, the sun sets at, like, 3 p.m. What the fuck is that? There's a music cue over here. Oh, shit. What am I hearing? Oh, these guys. What's up with the music cues? I don't like the scary music that's playing. How are you still up? I hit you like 5 times. At least 2 of those times was right in the dome. Oh, come on. Texas to Maine. I moved from Mexico when I was 8. Okay, I mean, Texas to Mexico to Maine. Texas and Mexico. aren't too dissimilar. How many of these motherfuckers are there? Gotcha, bitch. There's a lot of these dudes hanging around. I don't want to waste all my arrows on them, though. Is this just like gonna be an endless sea of these dudes coming out from somewhere? Is there something I should be doing? Damn it! I don't want to have to use all my fucking antidotes. I feel like I should be doing something here. That's not fighting the endless sea of these dudes. Oh, I shot his head off. Okay. Oh boy, anyways. I remember the first time seeing snow, I was about 12. Went on a trip to a ski lodge with my grandparents. It was cool. I'm trying to remember when I lived in Denver as a kid though. So I was probably around 6 or 7. It's locked. I was probably around 6 or 7 when I first saw snow in Denver. Really? I've had about enough of y'all. I get up there? Oh, the ladies are here. Oh, there's a switch. Oh, shit. Oh, what the fuck? Damn. You can look at the ladies if you use your channel points, turn the camera on. I think Suki is staring right at it right now. Nope, she moved. Never mind. She left. Alright, Suki, see you later. Oh, there she is. There's Galbi. Alright. Something is booby-trapped. I can't tell what. What the fuck shot me? Don't I already have one of those? Yeah, I do. That's what I'm wearing. Oh, I'm not wearing my armor. That's why I'm getting fucked up. Why am I not wearing armor? Oh, got his dome. Top the dome off. I don't get, why does it switch me to daggers? fuck are you doing? Just move, man. That poison almost got me. Oh, he turned around and went back. So one of my favorite movie trilogies is Reanimator, and the last one had an extra on the DVD. This is the extra. This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. That horror movie from the 80s, Herbert West Reanimator. I've never actually watched that movie, but it's supposedly a classic in the gore category. Yeah, they made a third one in 2003, and it's pretty good for a third entry that did not need to exist at all. When did the sequel come out? I didn't know there was a second movie. You fucking dickhead. Are you kidding me? God damn it. Kill this motherfucker. Oh, he got me. This dude was a fucking boss fight. Why did he... How could he, like, spew poison twice in a row? Fucking sick of these assholes. I don't know why I don't have... I had armor before. I don't know why I don't anymore. And now I gotta deal with whatever is in here trying to kill me. The second came out about 2 or 3 years after the first. Oh, I didn't even know. I'm only familiar with the first. You know what? Actually, that's a good idea. Let's see how this works. I fell asleep at... Oh, shit. Wait, did that hurt him at all? Why do I need mana? I'm using a scroll. Oh, god damn it. Are you kidding me? I fell asleep at like 7 and woke up at 11. My sleep schedule is screwed. I've been struggling with a poor sleep schedule all week. I'm trying very hard to get back on track, which means I'm probably going to end my stream here in a second. Like, why does it take so many hits to kill this guy? Just do what I do, never sleep. That's also Nocti's method of existing. Never sleeping. I can't do that. I definitely need sleep. Look at all these dickheads. I still don't even know what I'm supposed to do in here just because I spend all my time fucking fighting these guys. No! God damn it, how did he fucking... Ah... Damn, how do I get up there? Look at all these assholes. I definitely should have gotten that, Eternal Quiver. I'm kind of regretting not getting it now. God damn. Kill him! How does he fucking reach me that far? It's my last one. My last fucking antidote. The fuck was that? Lightning daggers. I'll try them out. Actually, I didn't want to do that. I'll put the, God, I wish I could do that one. Oh, this was the room I should have gone in? like the looks of this.
The Maiden's Eye, an artifact of fate and doom. It's nearby, somewhere above us.
Did she just call it the artifact of fate and doom? Oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh, we're moving away from the gem.
Shut up! Jeez. Alright, I don't think these weapons are good for these kinds of enemies.
No, we're moving away from the gem. Go back.
Bitch, I'm fighting for my life over here. What are you talking about?
No, we're moving away from the gem. Go back.
I'm waiting for that last mana point. Come on, mana point. There we go. Oh, crashed! Well, you know what? They were probably going to kill me anyways. This is as good a stopping point as any other. Damn. What a frustrating game. I am having fun with it though, but god damn. You should tell these guys to reanimate their feet. Reanimate their feet. I can't tell if I'm high or not. Why can't you tell if you're high or not? Oh. Wait, what are y'all running in here like that for? They just came running in like they just robbed a bank. Let me see. Alright, I'm making some adjustments here. I've watched this video like 12 times now. Alright, let me scroll back up to the link. That chose a really weird time to just start playing in the background. That scared me. It scared me too. I wasn't expecting it. Alright, let's check out this video. What is this? Reanimator, move your dead bones.
Come on, boys and girls. Come a little closer. I'm the Reanimator.
Is this a music video? Oh boy. I probably won't be able to just watch this then. Not without getting dick slapped by YouTube. Luminous stream, thank you. Oh wait, shit, that's right, lol. I'll watch it off stream just to see what you're talking about. Oh man, you know what? I actually like. I kind of like how I have these channel points set up. I just adjusted. I just adjusted the limits on it, so hopefully I'll add some new stuff. One of the things I want to add is actually, you know what? I have a VIP thing too, but that one's set real high. So I don't know if anybody can get the VIP one yet. I'll add some new stuff though. I like the interactive stuff, like the cat cam. The cat cam is cool. If the kitties would actually stay in here. Usually though, whenever I start streaming, that's like their cue to. That's their playtime. Like, I sit down to start streaming, they're like, okay, Dad's preoccupied, let's go fucking nuts in the house. But every now and like, she's right there, actually, she's... Oh, you got caught. They come in and out, but yeah, I kind of like how that's all set up. Alright, that's it for me tonight. I'm gonna go chill for a little bit before I ZQuil the hell out of myself again. Thank you everybody for stopping in the stream and, you know, supporting me as always. I appreciate it greatly. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. Oh, Nocti is on. I'm gonna raid her. So everybody sit tight. I'll catch you all later, but I'm gonna raid Nocti now. So hang tight. Let's go support her too. She supports me. Let's support her. Take it easy, everyone.